Brothers and sisters, I would like to describe to you a dream I had last night. It entailed being in the White House, and Trump was giving this speech, and he had Ivanka at the side of him. Anyway, he'd already shown me to this room. Now, inside the room was this, well, it was two tables that had been put together, okay? And on the left side, you've got the Islamic type food, like halal or stuff like that, and looked really, really nice and tasty. You know, you would want to dive into it. On the right hand side, the other table had Jewish food, and like the bitter herbs were there, and the wine, the bread was there, but it all looked like it was sour, like it was off, that you wouldn't want to eat it, yeah. So anyway, I'm sat there in between these two tables, and as I look up, I can see Madonna, of all things. Now, she's wearing this jacket, this blue jacket with on the back with the all-seeing eye. You probably remember seeing it yourselves on the images and stuff, but she was actually wearing that in this vision. Anyway, of all things, this platter, like a bowl thing, was given to her. Now, on that platter was like what you Americans call the meatloaf. But the thing is, the meatloaf was raw, okay? And the weirdest thing is, she stuck her face in this thing. And, which I thought was extremely odd, but anyway. Then this platter thing was put on the table, dead centre on the table, in between the two tables, okay? And as I leaned over to look, I was expecting to see the face, and it wasn't. It was like a square type thing, which was elongated kind of thing. It was like, you'd think it was like, okay. Now, one thing I will say first is, when I was actually sat at the table, I can also see what is a arc of stars, and there was 10 stars in this arc that was forming over the table. Was a blood red moon, and I mean really blood red, okay? On the right hand side over the arc, you had the red star, right, and this hammer and sickle symbol, and it looked like it was on fire, okay? But it wasn't burning, it was just looked like it was this flame that was around it. So anyway, I got up from the table, because I didn't want to touch anything that was on these tables, yeah? And I could hear that Trump was trying to approach to come in through the door. So I goes up, and I'm holding on to this golden, like, door handle knob thing, and he couldn't open the door. And of course he was pulling on the other side, so the handle on my side came off, and it was in my hand. This golden knob thing was in my hand. And so he comes in, he managed to get through the door, and I was already saying, you can't come in, you can't come in, you're not allowed. But he came in and said, I will do what I want. And he comes into the room. Now, it was going to start to get interesting, but the people upstairs had made a noise and woke me up, so it broke me out of the dream. But I just thought I'd let you people know about what happened, and see what you think, okay? Anyway, love God, love each other, amen.